What's going on?
All right, so Rick Lancaster has allowed me to stay on his property with my trailer.
Okay.
He pulled my trailer all the way here from Ghost Town, Garnett.
Okay.
Okay. I had one told at the time I had through, and you can verify this through the Granite County Police Department as well. They gave me pretty much a 48-hour notice to vacate from the property that I was on because I've had 3 beers, but little did I know there was no trespassing signs posted where I put my trailer, and then the property owner came up and said, "Oh well, I don't want him parked there," and then they told me and notified me, and I got Rick to give me a ride out here. Rick let me stay on his property. I've been out here going 3 weeks now. Fiance was on the phone before my phone died. Me and a woman supposedly named Jackie, who I don't know if it's his hostage, his girlfriend, whatever it is, but at the end of the day, she's been in this house for 3 weeks and hasn't left until today. Okay, we were supposed to be going camping in the Townsend district because his girlfriend is locked up in the Townsend police department, and we went there to visit her today, and he wanted to come back. Before he come back, he wanted to camp in a camping spot. So I got my tent and my fishing pole and everything that I was going to camp with him with, and we went out. Well, halfway through the trip, he started getting a sour attitude. A little bit longer went on, and he didn't want to camp here, didn't want to camp here. He went to his visit, and then he came back. But things started turning sour on the way back, and then that's when I got out and got my stuff, my water jug and my tobacco, everything that we went to the store for, the beer that I had, everything that we went, I put it out, and that's when things started going sour. He attempted to try to run me over with the little red SUV Blazer, and then after pointing his .22 pistol at me and attempting to fire it off on me. Like I said, I had my fiance, if we can get a phone charger, Android charger on my phone, we'll validate all of that.
Where's she at?
She's in Michigan, but she was on the phone at the time. She was
okay,
on the
well,
phone concurrent through the whole time. I know it's
okay.
irrelevant. But,
who else is here?
There's a woman named Jackie. She's old, and I don't know if she's an old meth user or what it is, or old alcoholic. Either way, it's like she is his hostage. She doesn't go nowhere. She's controlled. She thinks she's in Missoula.
Okay.
I told her, "You're not in Missoula. You're in Corvallis." She said, "I hate Corvallis and Victor." I said, "You're there. That's where Rick lives." So at the end of the day, I'm stationed away from his property off to the bottom hand side. He stays off to the bottom hand, and I'm parked off to the left, where he's helped fashion my vehicle there with blocks and etc. Like I said, I've been there 3 weeks. My fire ring's there. My
Where's
camp
he
set
at?
up there. He's still at the house. Okay. Right. And at the end of the day, he was trying to fire off another gun from off of his rack at me as I'm walking down.
Did he shoot at you?
He didn't shoot at me, but he raised up another long rifle on my way up. You know what I'm saying? I told him, I said, "You want to play Cowboys and Indians? That's fine. Whatever you want to do."
Okay. Do you got your license on you?
I don't.
All right. What's your?
Actually, yes, I do. Hold on. Sorry. Yes, I do. Going in my pocket.
Okay. 60128 on North. $29.31 Montana Mail. Last of Richie, Robert Ida Tom, Charles Henry, Edward Young, first of Christopher, Charles Henry, Robert Ida Sam Tom, Ocean Paul Henry Edward Robert, middle of Allen, 1984 0917. Okay. So how did this? There was a lot of things said. So how did this start?
It was just, I don't know, man. I don't know what this guy's temperament is. It was just very erratic.
Okay, so you guys are going to go camping.
Ideally, if you want to know my opinion, I'm not conspiracy theorist, okay? But if you want to know my opinion, I believe this guy thinks he can take advantage of me because he knows I have limited contact with the people that I have. My fiance's on her way. She'll be here in a couple of days. Okay, she's finishing packing and moving and heading here. In the meantime, in the process, I need a place where I'm not going to get disturbed at national forest parks or camps or anywhere because I don't have a truck to keep moving my trailer around every 14 days. Okay? And that's what they're going to do. They'll hassle me every 14 days until 28 days, and I got to move off the site. I can't be there. That's just forest police law. End of the day, I think he thinks he can if he can remove me from this presence, he can own my camper. If you look, his yard is scattered with other various things. The girl says, yeah. She drives. He goes in and drives off with police. Oh, it's what, pretty girl? What you doing? He drives off and leaves people in Missoula or here and there. I said, oh, so that's how he got all this stuff scattered out here. So he'll go out and take somebody somewhere, ditch them, and then when they can't come back, he'll try to ban them off the property. And now he's got their stuff stuck on his yard that he's free access to, and can't nobody come and take it from him, even though it's theirs. And I think that's what he's trying to attempt to do with me. Though that's why I keep in contact with my girl on the phone all the time. Every time I'm in contact with her, I'm on the phone with her, just so that I have somebody who can back up.
Okay, so let's back up. What happened today?
Today, I don't know. We just got into an argument from the point where she was asking for Doritos. It was very minor stuff. It was just leading up to him snapping and saying, "Oh, I don't have to be. I can ride by myself." Well, nobody really asked you to kind of take us. You kind of told us to come with you, And then when we were getting here, it got to the point where he was like, "Oh well, if that's the case, well, you can just get off my property." well, buddy. Sorry, fellas. But at the end of the day, bro, I have all my stuff here. You got to give me ample time to at least go. I don't care what your erratic position is, or but don't try to. I feel he's trying to take my freaking trailer and everything I got. He knows I got a chainsaw. He knows I got a solar panel. He's asked the prices about these things and inquired very heavily about them.
65128. Go ahead on north. Go ahead. Here,
and I know his interest is in those things, along with my trailer. And I told him how much they cost. I'm not worried about that. I'm on a whole different mission than everyone else is. I'm not out to try to get over or get mine. I'm doing what he sent me to do, and that's it. Food, shelter, and water. The only 3 things we need.
Okay. Hold on. Can we confirm that? Okay. So he snapped over Doritos.
Yeah, with her.
Okay.
Because that was.
And then how did you get involved?
I wasn't involved. I was just a party trying to get my stuff out the back of the car.
Okay, so you were all 3 were together in a car.
Yes.
Okay, what car?
The red SUV.
Okay, and then what happened?
Then we took the trip out, and then we came back, and on the way back in is when he snapped out. And as I was pulling my stuff out.
Where'd you guys go?
We went to Townsend.
Okay.
We went to go visit a girl in Townsend jail.
Okay, and then you guys came back here.
Facts.
And that's all today.
That's it.
Okay, you showed up here.
Facts. We got in.
Then what?
We got into the driveway. He started yelling at her. He started yelling at me, telling her to hurry up and get out. For me to get my shit, get the fuck out and I don't have to be here, and I can just leave.
Okay.
Okay.
So then
he started pointing guns at me.
Okay, what kind of gun did he point at you?
A revolver.
Okay, was that in the car? Was that on his person? Was that in his house? Was that in a camper?
When we got out of the car, I was in the back of the SUV getting my panel and my chainsaw and my tent out, and I'm staring down the barrel of a gun, and he's like, and you don't have to be here either. So I started just kind of trying to duck off.
Okay.
And
so where did the gun come from?
I don't know, whether he had it from the side of the car or inside somewhere on the little panel by near the house. Either way, we didn't go far from.
Okay, what did the gun look like?
It was a revolver. It was a British steel, black handle revolver. I don't know if it was a 357. I don't know if it was a 50 or a 45 or Magnum. I don't know what it was. I do know it was a revolver. Thank you. That was blinding the heck out of me.
Okay. And then, so he pointed the gun at you. How did he point the gun at you?
Like this.
Okay. And what was he saying?
If I was in the SUV and the hood was raised up, I was hunched up because he's got a pole that he has to put up. I didn't put the pole up. I was hunched over, had my tent tucked like this. I was getting my chainsaw, had my chainsaw down, put my tent down, was going to grab my panel. I seen him coming, I ducked down like this, and he's like, "You ain't gotta be here." So I grabbed my chainsaw and panel and just started hucking it back up to the hill where my stuff was at. And I was just hollering, "Why you want to play cowboys and Indians now?"
Okay.
That's what I feel like.
Okay, then what happened?
Then a girl heard it. I said, "Girl, call the police right now." I said, "I got 4% on my phone." I said, "I ain't going to be able to make it up to the end of the driveway with you on the phone and trying to call them." So I said, "Call them, please, for me."